If you are flying into Houston TX and are planning to cruise out of Galveston TX, let us help you with your transportation. Here in Houston we have two major airports. 1. George Bush International Airport in Houston IAH. 2. William Hobby International Airport in Houston HU. This article will help you find transfers for newlyweds, a family of 4, or a whole family reunion to a group of friends wanting to have a good time. There are many options available to transfer from these airports to the cruise ship terminal in Galveston. These options include cruise line bus, transfer private shuttle bus, private town car or limousine, taxi, and car rental. First you need to do some homework and check out all the options available to you and at what price. You will be surprised at what competition may do to the prices and extras, so try to find the best value for your bucks. Below I am listing all the available options, starting with the classic taxi ride and ending with the out of thoughts luxury limousine one. Taxi cab transfer between Houston Airports and Galveston Cruise Terminal. One-way cab transfer from Houston Hobby Airport HU and Galveston Cruise Terminal, which is about 40 miles rides, will be about 0.5 on average, not counting the traffic delays, which would run it a bit higher. For George Bush International IAH the cab ride will be about 79 since Bush Airport is much farther to the north from Galveston, which is about 70 miles ride, not counting the traffic delays, which would run it a bit higher. Asterisk rates for the cab ride were obtained from Houston Yellow Cab Dispatcher over the phone on April 12, 2013 at 6:30 p.m. Cruise line shuttle transfer between Houston Airports and Galveston Cruise Ship Terminal. As of April 12, 2013, the rate of transfer from Houston Airports to Galveston Cruise Ship Terminal, as listed on Carnival website using cruise line transfer from IAH to Galveston, is 5 per person one-way 0 round trip and 5 per person one-way 0 round trip from Hobby Airport to Galveston. Car rental from IAH or Hobby to Galveston Cruise Terminal. Many people do rent a car to drive from Houston Airports to Galveston. You can find all the major rental car places in both airports. You can get a rental car between the Galveston Cruise Ship Terminal and the airports for about $5 a day. The rental car agencies have shuttles to take you to and from the ship. For groups of 5 or 6, it is usually a good deal if they are arriving to Houston early and they want to visit other places in Houston or in Galveston and they want to have car for the convenience. But if you calculate the total expenses and the inconvenience related to the car rental, it turns out to be a bad deal. Think about gas, driving in unfamiliar city. Do not know the traffic jam areas, parking cost in Galveston, getting the shuttle from the airport to the rental place, getting the shuttle from the parking to the cruise terminal. Well, the cost for 7 days cruise would be about $50 for the car rental, 0 gas, 0 parking, for a total cost of about $0. If none of that bother you, then you are good to go. Shared private shuttle from Galveston Cruise Ship to Hobby or IAH airports. Most of the time, this is the most economical way to transfer from Houston Airports to Galveston Cruise Terminal. If you have a large group of a few traveling with your family, this option can be a very affordable transportation option. The rate per person to transfer from Houston Hobby to Galveston Cruise Terminal is about $5, and from George Bush International IAH to Galveston, it is about $5, assuming you are a group of 5 or 6 passengers. Town car or limousine from Houston Hobby/IAH to Galveston Cruise Ship Terminal. Another good option that most of the people don't think about because of the stigma associated with the limousine service being for rich people or very expensive. In fact, limousine companies provide an excellent service for very competitive prices. For example, many limousines in Houston offer a town car transfer from Hobby Airport to Galveston Cruise Terminal, or in that matter to most of the east side of Galveston Island, for $10.00 for 3 passengers. It is about $6 each, which is really affordable for a limo service and very comfortable luxury town car. The transfer from George Bush International IAH to Galveston Cruise Terminal or other part of the island is 49 for a town car and 75 for an sub, which can hold 7 passengers, so you do the math. They also provides 10 passengers van for very competitive prices. And again, it is a limousine service, and most of the time it is cheaper than a cab ride. Other advantages of limousine service are: you do not need to wait in line, as you do for cabs. They greet you inside the terminal with a sign with your name on it. You can pay for the service in advance. It helps if you want to pay for your parents, for example. They can accommodate large groups. They provide professional drivers. They offer online reservation. They monitor your flight in case you come early or you are delayed, so you will always have a driver waiting for you. They can be hired hourly to provide you with transportation around the city. They provide car service discounts when booked online. Some companies